The aorta is the largest artery in our body, and it's definitely the most important. No, it's like river, life flows through it. However, as with any organ, it can suffer from damage, and in this case, we're seeing here an aneurysm, which is an overexpansion of the aorta. This is highly prevalent and requires more than 300,000 procedures per year. When this worsens, it leads to a dissection, which is a tear in the aortic wall that causes, obviously, severe damage, can cause ischemia, and especially it can cause up to 50% mortality. Despite the severity, current treatments present severe limitations and must be replaced. In open repair, it's still the preferred option by physicians. We basically crack open the chest and just replace the damaged vessel with a graft. This is extremely invasive and has a mortality of up to 30% in those patients. To overcome this invasiveness, endovascular repair was developed to reduce the mortality. So in endovascular repair, what we have is a graft that is delivered via a stent and that is placed in the artery. This is much less invasive and carries less mortality, but only 20% of patients are actually eligible, and it carries a failure rates of up to 50% due to mechanical mismatch between the pulsing aorta and the stiff device. For those patients unfit for any of these surgeries, we have medical therapy, but this has success rates that are just unacceptable. At every vascular surgery conference we attend, we are told by surgeons that we need better devices for the aorta, but we also need to protect and preserve the vessel. And faced with this unmet clinical need, Aortyx was founded to change the paradigm of how aortic diseases should be treated. We, the founders, are a perfect combination of chemists, engineers, but also one of the top 10 aortic surgeons in the world, Dr. Riambau. The team has now increased to 16 amazing members that are enthusiastic, but also even have joined from the established industry to sum up to our adventure. We have invented and patented a disruptive device. It consists of a patch that is delivered using a catheter. This bendable catheter orientates against the anterior, deploys, and adheres against the aortic wall. The patch has a patented microstructure that allows for two things. One, it has the same mechanical properties as the aorta, so it pulses with the aorta. But also, its microstructure allows for a biological integration within the tissue. So we are preserving the aorta as our physicians were asking. We have developed the entire device, including the catheters, the deployer, and the patch and its adhesive. These are only drawings, but the reality is really coming, And what we have seen is that in animals, the patch adheres perfectly against the aortic wall and resists 10,000 times the strength of blood flow. And also, as you can see in the video, the patch moves and pulses along with the aorta, so we have no more mechanical mismatch between the device and the vessel. We have seen how after implantation, cells start climbing on top of the patch, are able to regenerate the entire surface. But not only that, when we create a dissection, the patch is able to stop the bleeding and to initiate also a fibrosis and a hardening of the area, so we are actually healing the wound. We have also designed the catheter, here in this video is a little more compacted than it should, but it's able to navigate any complex geometries, and as we can see in this video, we are able to deploy it in a cadaver. So we have been able to design a catheter that fits all of our needs, all of our requirements. This is a brief summary of the work we've done over the last 3 years. And this work has been funded by 2 successful business angel rounds with about 3 million euros, and we have raised more than 4.5 million in public competitive grants. But this is the past. The future is exciting. We're now raising a 12 million euros Series A to finalize all the regulatory preclinical, the manufacturing process, and to be able to go into first in human. And with all these milestones, we reach a value inflection point so that we can go for a FDA breakthrough device designation and then go for a pivotal trial in the US and in Europe. The idea is to not only work in dissection, but also, as I'll show you later, we have a pipeline. So in this Series B, we also fit the pipeline of products. The structure of the Series A is gaining traction, and we are awardees of an EIC accelerator, so the European Commission will invest 3.75 million. And we have a lead investor who's a Barcelona VC-based. It's a Nara Capital. And then we are looking for the other 6 million in conferences like today, and we hope that we're able to finish the round in first quarter 2023. This investment is backed by a significant market opportunity. Only focused on aortic dissection, it will exceed 550 million euros in 2025. But this is only dissection. As I told you, we're developing a pipeline where we can use our patch as a platform for more indications, especially in the aortic field, starting with aortic aneurysms that have a much larger market. So a combined market of more than 3 billion euros. And we are designing this pipeline not to become the revolution that the iPhone was to old phones. Basically, we want to tackle the most significant aortic diseases with a revolutionary system, a revolutionary platform. So we are adding drug delivery capacity to treat aortic aneurysms, but we're also developing a system to attract gene therapy only to localized points in the aorta. This whole thing is backed by a market that is very intense. The manufacturers are looking for the next revolution in the aortic field. These devices, the first endovascular treatments, were developed in the 90s, and we have not seen any significant evolution. These devices have been acquired, but imagine the value of a solution that is actually disruptive. We ask everyone in the audience always to have a healthy life and to reduce the risk of suffering from an aortic disease. We also ask investors to trust us and support us in our journey, in our change of paradigm, and so we ask all to think aorta and to think aortics. Thank you.